Coffee Pot Conversations.
Bonjour et bienvenue to Coffee Pot Conversations. My name is Paul and I'm your host. So, season 4, welcome back. It's all a lot different at the minute because, as you can see, there's no walkie-walkies. I decided to go down a video route. Kind of liked it. It hopefully will last. It's difficult to know. The problem I'm having is finding a video spot that allows me to talk with relative quiet and relative ease. I haven't exhausted all my options, and is obviously Paris still available at the minute. I'm recording in London because I have a job. So, one thing I don't like doing is those little jump cuts where you sort of suddenly hear and you hear and then you hear and then you hear. I don't like that. I also don't like kids scraping their chairs across the floor, as that one is there. But anyway, beggars can't be choosers. And if Rory and Jasper were here now, they'd know what I'd be saying. Anyway, moving on. Firstly, what I want to do is just move back a little way. July the 4th, I released a special interview that I had with Press Maxon that is available on Spotify, YouTube as a video, also audio through Apple Podcasts. Usual routes to find them. Enjoy. Press is an absolute genius of a chap, creatively artistic, and I was very, very honoured to have him as a guest on the show, which has then opened up another category on YouTube where it's now just going to be interviews different to this. So any coffee pot conversation with someone else will go, all right, I'm using my hand, no green screen, will be in that section, unless it's seasonal, in which case it will be within the season as well as there. So there's going to be a few ways to find it. If you're listening on Spotify, it's just going to run all the way through because that's when I released them. Okay. I feel really weird. I'm allowed to touch myself. Can't do that with a green screen studios. Okay, so before the news, I want to thank South Africa because I'm in the chart. So thank you to you guys. With the Press Max interview, I held it on a Thursday and I pumped it up to the interweb on the following day. 36 hours it took me just so I could commemorate July the 4th because of his book, Bastards of the Revolution, which was connected to his new book, Chinatown Troubadour. Nearly said that with a French accent. So the part I'm getting at is the intro, the conclusion, the outro, the coming soon, call to actions, very, very rushed. There was nowhere for me to sit and record like I'm doing now. Hopefully this does work. If not, you're going to notice his background is different, or you're going to see I've got microphones pinned up somewhere. I don't know how I'm going to cope with it, but it will happen. Okay, that will probably be another jump as people moving in and out, but at least the noisy keeps gone. So this season, season 4, will hopefully be shorter episodes. I say hopefully, I'm aiming at shorter episodes because I had that material and I've tried to condense it down, which means that this talky spiel part will be probably the longest section that we get for the whole season. I was going to try and reduce the news to 2 articles. Got a bit difficult because there's a few things I need to mention. It's summer in Paris and, well, you know, that's how it is. So I'm going to leave everything else till afterwards for the conclusion because that's when I do all my other bits. Until then, here's the news, which I'm reading instantly off an auto cue that I've prepared previously, which is why my hand's here, getting ready to press the button, which is appearing just here. But you guys can't see that. Don't worry. Are we ready? So, France prepares for its most festive national holiday, La Fête Nationale, known as Bastille Day in the English-speaking world, celebrated on July the 14th. The day commemorates the storming of the Bastille prison in 1789. And that's a symbolic act that marked the beginning of the French Revolution. I've now just slowed the speed. You can tell I'm still organic with this. So the Parisian celebrations will be as grand as ever, with key highlights including the military parade on the Champs-Élysées and a spectacular fireworks display at the Eiffel Tower. This year, incidentally, coincides the 100th anniversary of the Comité de la Flamme, to the Guardians of the Eternal Flame beneath the Arc de Triomphe, which I actually only read about 2-3 days back on Instagram. It's the flame underneath the arch that daylight, I think 6:30. Anyway, from July the 4th, smoking is banned in various outdoor public areas, including public parks and gardens, beaches near bathing waters, bus shelters and covered waiting zones, and areas around schools, colleges, lycées, which are secondary schools, libraries, swimming pools and sports facilities. Fines will range between £90 and £135. And this move is part of a broader effort to produce a tobacco-free generation by 2032. Notably, restaurant terraces are excluded, sparking debate between public health advocates and hospitality industry defenders, who describe terraces as the last spaces of liberty. Yep, liberty, equality, fraternity, use it and everything stops. Also, from July the 1st, the historic Pointe Zero, the kilometre zero marker for France's roads, was returned to the forecourt of Notre Dame. The original marker, installed in 1768, unfortunately was too damaged by the 2019 fire, and it's reinstalled with a new one. The existing one is now at the Musée Carnavalet, so the one you see is a replica. Incidentally, London uses Charing Cross as its mile marker. So that's a fascinating fact if you're ever in London outside the station. On July the 2nd, the Paris City Council approved a memorandum to renovate the Montparnasse district. Architect Renzo Piano is leading the plan. The renovation of the Montparnasse Tower, including a rooftop greenhouse, begins in early 2026. And the whole transformation encompasses 100,000 square metres of commercial and office space. Went to Montparnasse with Nev and the boys, went up the tower. Paris Plage launches July the 5th to August 31st with 3 Seine swimming zones. Also, the Olympic Cauldron from 2024 is on display at the Tuileries Garden until September 14th and will return every summer until 2028. I have mentioned that in one of my episodes later on. Finally, Jean de La Fontaine, the master of allegorical verse, was born July the 8th, 1621. He's best known for his fables. He wrote 239 stories across 12 books. Rien sert de courir, il fait partir après. There's no point in running. You have to start on time. And that's from Le Lièvre et le Tortue, The Hare and the Tortoise, which teaches us the value of steady effort over haste. Now, I've always heard about the Hare and the Tortoise, or Tortoise and the Hare, and I didn't actually know where it came from. For some reason I thought Hans Christian Andersen, but hey, it's French, so there we go. Anyway, it's now over to Rory.
Coffee Pot Conversations.
Anyway, yeah, talking about Anne's plan for cycling. So I'm just walking outside the Louvre, and we've got a main road, and down the main trunk of this road, it's just pure cycle lane. Then we have a little sort of concrete division, maybe 2 inches high. Looks like maybe 6 inches wide. Difficult to tell because I'm standing on the pavement, don't want to get myself run over. And then the other side of that is we have another cycle lane whereby the bikes are zooming through. And then we have yellow bollards and the yellow line segregating that. And I'm guessing, despite the white cycle paint, people are still driving down it and not using it as a cycle. And then we have another, this one's probably about 3 inches high, probably 6 inches wide again, concrete division. And I'm not actually sure what that's for. So that's a really weird setup. I suspect it'll all come true and apparent at some stage. So I think I've just walked past the entrance I wanted to take because it didn't look like the entrance I remembered, but there were all building works around it. Weird. 1, 2, I'm hearing the bongs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 o'clock, oh dear. So I'm now going to take the next entrance instead. Being mindful of the battery and my back. Got Nev's present in the bag, sitting on my back. And that's that. So anyway, still on Rue de Rivoli. Run down this road. Now this in front, not a Wallace fountain, but you are allowed to get water. And look, you choose water at Paris. Don't think you see that. And little spritz as well, little spray. Now what they sometimes do is have sparkling or still. Okay, this isn't the entrance I was going to take, but I'm going to take this anyway because I want to show you something if I can. So this is one way in. But look, I know we can't get in there because it's for groups, but if I just stand here and we try and zoom in, look at that. Inside is the Louvre. I've been there a bit. Didn't my man there. One of these I took a photo of. Don't know which one it was. One of them might have lost a hand or something. And just over here as well. But that's good, isn't it? So that's seeing the Louvre without being in the Louvre. So now I'm going to walk along here and through the Golden Archway, not McDonald's. Is, yes, it's a queue, but look, watch. Don't think we'll make it out. Whoopah. Look. Oh, pardon. So here's one. There's another one, but this is also the entrance to get in, the queue to get in. But what everyone likes is the big pyramid, which you can't really see because the sunlight's in the wrong way. But there it is. And all these people queuing up. Okay, now, possibly you've heard me talk, and I will need to stop. Sun's come out. This is the Parisian sun that catches you unaware. It's like a heavy sun. Plus I'm wearing 3 layers again. But zooming in, because I don't know if I want to walk all the way, is just there. Arc de Triomphe de Carrousel de Louvre. Again, I'm probably making these names up like I did with the Place de Concorde during my marathon. I tried to video it and I had no idea what I was doing. And then over here is, I don't say the Paris eye. Don't even know if I can see it. I need to take my glass off because everything's all. Oh, where is it? It's down there somewhere. There it is. And it is going round, that's good. Now that means that is Jardin des Tuileries. So, a little bit of history. All this, all of that. Pyramid, not the pyramid, that was done in the 80s. And this building here. Then at the end was along here a castle, the Palais Palais de Tuileries, and that got burnt down during one of the big infractions that Paris is known for. But I've just seen from here, if I do this and I zoom in, like, no, not that, that's the exposure. I zoom in like this, take my glasses off. That there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, members of the jury, is a Tour Eiffel. So that's the Eiffel Tower, beautifully done. And now we're going to try and find a way out and show you one more place before heading to Champs-Élysées. Oh, Champs-Élysées, loads of people. Whoop. It's up the stairs. Oi, oi, oi. What is here? It's Cafe Marley. That's where you see loads of people having their drinks because it's right next to the Louvre. So they go, oh, drinks next to the Louvre. But I'm going to try and find me somewhere a little something, do something different. Oh, look, this will be good. Ready? I'm going to do one of those transition things where we go 180 and go. So now just swirling around, walking along one of the banks of the Louvre, and we've done 180 and we're going to bring it back. Dun, 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 dun. It's difficult keeping it in the middle, and the geezer just washed the floor. He's not going to be happy with me at all. I'm going to try and take it this side. Désolé, monsieur. I just said thanks for walking over his freshly washed floor. Right, I'm now going to hit these shops over here.
Situated under the arcade of the Richelieu wing opposite the pyramid and established in 1994, the Cafe Marley has one of the most enviable locations to sip a beverage and people watch, as well as gaze at the impressive residents. There's a Louvre.
What's that noise? Big old bendy bus.
Gilbert and Thierry Costas own not only this premises, but also a handful of equally and possibly more impressive venues throughout Paris, be they restaurants, hotels, and even clubs.
Now just tucked around that corner there is a Comédie de Louvre, Comédie de Théâtre. It's one of the theatres, I don't know what they call it. Because again, you know me and my French landmarks are great. When I've got a computer in front of me. So, but it does have this amazing, which you probably can't see from here either, strange glass thing. It's about there. That's really weird because the camera's not in the middle. Boop, there we go. So yeah, that's entrance to the metro station. So, back on, guess what road we're on? Yep, Rue de Rivoli. And I'm going to close the phone down, save a little bit of battery. And I'm going to look for un Béret Noir. But I need somewhere where I can fit in without smashing it all apart. Rear my rucksack. Bonjour. And we're going to stop. Oh, hold on.
Coffee Pot Conversations.
Sorry. So, thank you for watching and listening. Episode 4.1, a November overnight stay in Paris, part 10. Yes, I know, but it will be over soon, I promise. I think there's going to be 18 episodes in total. Yeah, till that part wasn't scripted. So, this is the part where I finish with a conclusion for the episode. Yeah, it is what it is, but it's also where I do the quick part where I wish people happy birthdays. So, I've missed it. Sort of July the 4th. It's my father-in-law's birthday, so happy birthday to you, sir. And the day before this episode is released is my mother-in-law's birthday, so happy birthday to you, Mummy Vic. That's it, really. It's now time for Jasper's jingle.
Coming up on Coffee Pot Conversations.
What is still to come for the rest of the season? It's just going to be the same. It's another set of episodes. Best bits are going to be fun. So that's it. I have nothing planned except for this episode, although it's not strictly true. There is a little surprise for me, I guess. It's not really a surprise to me. I know what's happening, but I am going back to Paris in November. So I'm going to try and I'm going to try and do some stuff for season 5, which is why I've sort of batch cooked season 4. Hopefully it happens, hopefully it works. This is a precursor to seeing if it's possible, which I'm hoping it is. I'm getting the feeling it will be. Time will tell. That's pretty much it. You'll notice I haven't done the intros and the outros, the walking through the park section. I did some of that filming whilst I was there in February. I haven't got around to doing it. I've had that month break, and the month break just went, and I was trying to get season 4 out, which again didn't do that because things happen. Real life said, look at that, there's one of my microphones. And that's all we can do. So apologies if you were expecting that. It's not happened. Probably won't happen. I don't know. I need to get my head around that, as well as the B-roll. I can see where I can intersplice that, which I could actually do for season 5. That will make more sense in between. Well, we'll leave that there. I just did one of those, but under the table. So, but we'll leave that there. There we go. All that's left for me to do is move on to this call to action section. Oh, hello there again. Which isn't exciting. It's where I start to ask you people that are listening to carry on listening, carry on watching. You know where I can be found because you found me. But that's just for the podcast. I've also got that blogcast out, which you'll find on Spotify, also YouTube, but there's no video to it. It's purely audio, and it's literally me reading my blog, which is an Englishmaninparis.blog. Not very exciting at all. It's also, now I'm looking at the camera, I don't know if my eyes have changed or not, it's really weird, but anyway, I'm going to relax a bit more. Also, I am on Patreon now, so everything is on Patreon. I have the podcast, I have the blogcast, I have my blog, so you can read it. The only thing that isn't there really is the photos, which are on Instagram at an Englishman in Paris blog. That's it. If you want to get in touch with me, feel free, and email podcast at an Englishmaninparis.blog. I did mention new email address on the interview with Press Maxim, entitled An Interview with Press Maxim, which is also on all my lists. Interview at an Englishmaninparis.blog. If you want to talk about that interview or any of the other interviews I've had, if you have ideas that you'd like to do, what I will eventually do when I get ideas of who I'm going to be talking to, I'll probably pop through on Patreon the guests that I'm going to have. I may even do that on the podcast coming up to give you guys a chance. Then you can email interview at Englishmaninparis.blog and come up with questions. I think that's a good idea. It's still free, so none of this special, oh, you've got to pay to ask a question at this stage. It's going to change, it will do. Because I need to make some money to get to Paris. So, I don't like asking for money, I don't like asking people to listen either. But that's what Nev's there for. Anyway, that is it. So, for the last time on this opening episode of Season 4, Rory, take it away.
Coffee Pot Conversations.